Hey everybody. Sorry, Facebook Live is totally different for me right now, so it took me a second to figure what the heck was going on. Anyway, I wanted to jump on and talk about this whole crisis that's going on, as I promised you that I was going to. Anyway, first things first, let's set the bar. I am not an expert on this. I will never claim to be an expert on this. I just wanted to talk a little bit on my take from a leadership standpoint. And I did a podcast way back when I first started podcasting. God, I don't even want to listen to it myself right now. But I called it Crisis. And it's around episode 4 or something. So like one of the first ones. And this is where we're at. We're at a crisis right now. And this is where leaders need to step up. They need to shine. They need to lead. And we're in the middle of it right now. So I just wanted to hit on the 3 domains of leadership, right? Leading yourself, leading your team, and leading your organization, and my thoughts regarding the ongoing crisis with COVID in those 3 domains. And the first one is leading yourself. And you got to protect yourself right now. You got to do whatever it takes to protect your health, your well-being. And if that means self-isolation, social distancing, whatever, you got to do that. I've been social distancing now. Well, it almost feels like self-isolation because I spend most of my time inside of my house. But I've been doing this for about close to 10 days now. And yeah, you go stir crazy, but at the end of the day, you know it's for the right thing, right? I'm doing the right thing because that ensures my health, and I'm protecting my health. And I'll talk more about this later. The next thing you need to do is you got to listen to the credible sources. Everybody and their dog is talking about COVID-19. Like I said, here I am talking about it, but I'm not going to claim I'm an expert on it. So regarding how it's transmitted, its effects, everything and anything regarding this virus, you have to go to credible sources. Don't rely on Jane or Bob in your Facebook feed, please God. Okay, go to credible sources. Listen to the experts who are in those credible sources. If you're listening to Jane or Bob from Facebook talk about it, probably not the best thing. But if you're listening to chief health medical officers from CDC or wherever, your local doctors, now we're talking, right? Now we're into those credible sources. So find those sources, listen to them, listen to what they have to say. And the final thing about protecting yourself is the realization it's not about you. It ain't about you. This whole social distancing, social isolation, it's not about you. It has nothing to do about you. Well, it does, but it doesn't at the same time. Yeah, you're protecting yourself, and there are a lot of people out there with the mentality, well, if I get it, I get sick, I don't care. But the problem is you could have it, not show any symptoms, and give it to someone else. And that's what I mean by it's not about you. You have to take care of yourself in order to take care of others. And sometimes that means putting distance between you and them so that you don't turn around and get them sick without even knowing it. All right. So let's talk about your team, your people you're leading, if at all possible. And if it's not regulated by now, because there's a lot of places which have gone down on lockdowns and down to essential services only, etc. But if you're still around, if you can, send them home, for God's sakes. Don't have them kicking around the office. Don't have them working if it's not a safe place. All right, send them home. And on top of that, if you can, if your company, your organization is one of these that can afford to do it, pay them, take care of them. This is not them just taking extra holidays. This is people's lives at stake here. But at the same time, while they're home for weeks on end, they need to be able to feed their families. They need to be able to pay the rent, the mortgage. They need to be able to stay in communication. So if you can find a way to pay them, then pay them. And don't worry about it after. This is one of those times when you as a leader, you can build that instrumental trust and dedication from your people to your organization because you're taking care of them in an absolute time when they need to be taken care of. If you can't do that, then go and look for those benefits. Look for them. Inform them of the benefits. A lot of benefits right now are changing, especially here in Canada. The government's announcing all kinds of different changes to EI. Premiers and prime ministers saying that people won't get kicked out of their homes. Go and find the sources, the references for these benefits and send it to your people in their way. Enable them to go and take care of themselves. Okay? Don't rely on, oh, it's a personal problem I'm taking care of, but you know what? You need to go and figure this out yourself. Not the right attitude right now. Find the benefits, find the sources, and enable them. Send it to them. And then finally, you know what? When they're gone home, while we're on this hiatus, keep in touch, check in on them from time to time. I don't mean, message them every hour of the day, but you know what? Maybe every day or every second day, check in on them. See if they need anything. See how things are going. Check in on their family members, right? Ask them how their parents are doing, how their children, spouse, whatever, okay? Their dog or cat. Ultimately, check in on them, show them that you care. All right, so that's your team. The final thing is your organization. How can you protect your organization right now? You gotta limit your access, right? You can only let, especially if you're a business, you can only let so many people in at a time. So limit your access. Figure out what that is. Don't have too many people coming in because if someone accidentally brings the virus in, you're gonna be shut down anyway. So limit your access, try to protect it from that standpoint. We talked about sending people home, but also sending people home because you don't know, but they may be having symptoms or they may be having the virus in them. So by sending your people home, you're actually protecting your organization because this thing can go through an organization like wildfire. And then how long are you going to be down? How long are you going to be out if your entire company, your entire organization, division, whatever it is you're leading, goes down with COVID-19? You don't want that. So lead your organization by protecting it, by sending your people home. Next thing is you got to think about the future. We don't know what holds. We don't know how long this is going to be. We don't know how long it's going to take to get rid of this virus out of here. So you got to be on the lookout. Much like looking for people's benefits, you'll be looking for your organization's benefits. There's a lot of stimulus packages being announced right now. There's a lot of different action plans being put at the tables of various governments, from national to provincial here in Canada, state to stateside. Regardless, you have to keep an eye out for those benefits. And you also have to keep in touch with your clients, whatever your clients are. See how their needs are being taken care of. See how they're doing. You have to look at after your organization as a whole. So those are my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I just wanted to talk about the leadership standpoint. And as I said at the beginning, this is your time. This is your time to step up, to lead, to grab the bull by the horns, to take care of your people, take care of your organization, take care of yourself. And if you ever find yourself stuck, if you're in a situation where you don't know where to go, you don't know who to ask advice from, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than willing to be there, to bounce ideas off of, to seek some advice. Okay, if you need help, I'm here. Don't worry about coaching and all this stuff. This isn't coaching to me. This is me helping out during a crisis, doing what I can to help you. So that's where we're at. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody's doing well. Remember, stay safe. This is your time to shine as a leader, and that's what we're here for. The bosses are the ones who've already crumbled and ran away. But now it's time for us to step up, rise up to the occasion, and lead ourselves, our teams, and organizations. All right. Take care, and looking forward to hearing from you once this all goes away.